Okay, welcome to video one of the training series for Azon Authority. And before we get to actually installing and configuring the actual software behind this, we need to do a little bit of planning first. Kind of think about, okay, what are we going to do? Why are we going to do it? Now, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how I go through an analysis process and kind of just think, get my brain cells kind of connecting and the juices flowing inside my skull to see, okay, what am I going to do when I'm creating a brand new store? What am I looking for? Well, there's two kind of aspects I look for. Is first of all, remember, we're wanting customers. We're wanting to have and attract people that are actually going to buy our products. So there's kind of two categories. You've got the problem solution customers and you've got impulse buys and fun stuff. So problem solution. I'll give you an example of power tools. Someone needs a drill. They go look for a drill. They need to create a hole in a wall to put something in it. So they need something to create that hole. That's their problem. They need a drill. So they go looking for a drill. That's problem solution. That's the power store or power tool store that we've got here. They want angle grinders. They want air compressors. They've got a problem. They've got a need. They need a product to sort out that solution. Now, the other side of that is zombies. The zombie store, that was just a fun store. I don't expect there to be a zombie apocalypse anytime soon. If I'm wrong, then I'm going to regret that statement. But again, people love zombies. It's fun. It's, entertainment. People will buy stuff on impulse. If I was going over here and I wanted let's see what we got here. The zombie leggings or something like that. Not that I wear those zombie leggings, but maybe my wife would. Or the zombie bug out bag, or the zombie outbreaks, sticker or something like that, or a cool zombie. I think that's from Plants vs Zombies toy. But you could see this is just fun stuff. There's just amusing stuff that you might buy just on an impulse to say, "Damn, that's cool." That kind of stuff works out pretty well. You just get a little bit of a kick from that. And, you've got no practical use for it. I'm terrible for impulse buys, for example. I bought magnetic levitation like a globe the other day. It just floats in midair due to magnetism. And I thought that was so damn cool. I had to buy it just because it was an impulse buy. And I've got my desk is covered in impulse buys. I'm terrible. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to shopping. But again, people will buy like that because it's just cool stuff, fun stuff. So think about, maybe you've already got a website, or you want to add this system to that site because you're already in one particular area. Well, no problem. You can understand that. You can bolt this right in. But you have to kind of dig down a little deeper to see, okay, what products are for sale that I can sell in my market space. Now, if you want to create a brand new store from scratch, one of the first places I start is actually going to Amazon itself and start seeing, okay, what if you're logged out, so you're not being targeted with your products that you've already been proven to like. We look at today's deals. What's going on Amazon? What are they trying to sell? What is being sold right now? And you'll get all sorts of crazy stuff, and maybe some stuff that will give you some ideas. For example, it's coming up for Easter right now, April Fool's Day. Maybe again, I don't like seasonal stuff because that means for only that season your store is active and the rest of the year there's no interest. So I try and avoid seasonal stuff as much as possible. I like to make money all year round. But I start looking around any special deals that are coming up. Might spawn some ideas. And, I start going through that coupon stuff, any local deals, and, might give me some ideas. Or what I could do is I could start going into that's if I go into youramazon.com, go into the actual main shop by department. And this is where I start investigating because everything is separated out for you. Now, what I like to do is I will start in one category and then I will dig deeper. So let's have a look here. And what we got unlimited video. So we got all of the Amazon Instant. That's part of the Prime. Fire TV, the phone, their Fire phone, digital music, the App Store. Okay, so we got all their kind of digital products and their own internal stuff. One thing I will also mention is do not, in general, promote books. Here's why, and I just want to give you a heads up on this. The API system that Amazon Authority taps into does, from Amazon's own restrictions, they do not allow you to post these books without being direct affiliate links. So I avoid books, okay? Amazon's restrictions, they will not allow you to have your own cart system where you add this to your own cart. I don't know, I have no idea for the logic behind this. That's just Amazon's restriction. So I avoid books. You can have them, but just be aware that if you do, they're direct affiliate links, okay? So movies, okay, that's interesting. We got all this kind of stuff. And these are surface level categories. You can dig in deeper. Electronics, maybe I want to go into, let's say I wanted to create a store about computers. So I look at laptops and tablets. I'll click in there. Now this goes into an entire area about this. And this is the cool thing. You can start digging in. You can see, okay, laptops and deals, best-selling laptops. And then we can see, okay, let's dig in deeper underneath that. What else is in here? We can look at brands. The cool thing is, when you go into this top level category, it starts giving you pretty much everything you need for your own store. It'll talk about what kind of preferred brands there are. It'll show you the top brands to target. It'll give you how are you using it. There's all sorts of deal sections. These can actually help you pull in ideas for your categories that you will build into your site. So if I was building a laptop store, this is exactly where I would start. Now, here's the other thing. If you want to kind of dig in a little deeper, go lower, shop by category, and there's all the different categories that you can go into. And it'll give you all the featured ones and everything else by the top brands. But I always look for the best sellers. Now, the bestseller link is actually at the top of this page. But I do like, usually you'll see somewhere down here is a link to the best sellers, because it's going to give you a great idea about what's going on. But here's the beautiful thing. You've got all the logos for all of the top sellers right off the bat, the brands that people want. And that's great, because you can use that on your own site as some sort of filter later on. So we're kind of digging into, okay, Amazon is a monster in e-commerce. They know what your customer wants. They know what sells, and that's what they focus on. Remember, this is a multi-billion-dollar company selling billions upon billions of dollars worth of products. They've optimized the entire selling process. So it's great research material for you right off the bat. So let's have a look here, and I'm going to actually go to best sellers. So let's have a look. Amazon bestsellers. This is in the general computing category, but now let's kind of go down to laptops, okay? So best-selling laptops. And again, we can see what they've got and everything else. So we're starting to get really a good idea about what is out there, what really is for sale, and what people are actually loving. So this is where one of the other areas I go to first is I like to go any department and go to the Amazon bestsellers, and I can go drill down. For example, I could go to pet supplies, as just a random example, and maybe I want to create a dog store. Okay, so I can go to dogs. So I can look in there, okay, what's best selling in any one of these categories? And I can see, here's the cool thing. This is all of your categories kind of laid out for you. So if I had a dog store, I could have apparel and accessories, bed and furniture, carriers, and all this. These could be all of my categories. I could literally map out these as the categories, but I get a great idea about what's going on out there. So let me go back over here, and I want to kind of go to the pets category. So I'll include some of these links, by the way, underneath, the site directory and the bestsellers, so you can, underneath this video, so you can get access to them. Let's see, where was the pets? And I've lost it, so pets. Okay, there we go, pet supplies. Couldn't see it for looking straight at it. Now, if I wanted to go with a really big store, then maybe I just wanted to have an overall pet store. I'm going to have lots and lots of subcategories. For example, just in this reference, you can see the most popular categories: dogs, cats, fish, small animals, birds, and reptiles. That could be my basis for my store. I could have all that stuff right up front, and it gives me an idea about some of the featured products that are up there. I could dig deeper, and you can see there's lots of other subcategories. But again, this is giving us some interesting ideas for brands, for our store. This is where you start kind of getting an idea about, because a lot of people struggle with this part, is, okay, what am I going to do to structure? And for me, this is great, because I look at this and I see dogs, cats, fish. If I wanted to go really, really big, obviously the bigger your store, the more time it's going to take. And honestly, your first store is going to take you a while to put together until you get used to the entire process. If I just wanted to create the dog store or something very specific, then, you know, I could restrict myself just to dog products. It could take me, you know, it'll take me a while to go through all that, but that's fine. If I go into the dogs category, let's see what is specifically for dogs. And look, there you go. There's some good stuff about dogs, some featured products. In fact, my dog, if you just heard that, that was my dog getting up from under my desk. I'm a dog guy. I can't help it. But you can get an idea. Boom, done. That's all the other cool stuff right there. All the categories, subcategories, stuff that people like. That's great. Now, let's say if I was a cat person, I'd go over to the cat section and say I wanted to kind of dig into what's in the cat's beds and furniture. And each one has a subcategory. Okay, fine. But that gives me some great avenues and ideas about how to dig into this. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, for the sake of this demo, I'm going to actually create a dog store. I am going to go create a dog store. So let's go back all the way back, and I'm going to go actually to there, and then yeah, let's go back all the way to pet supplies, and then go, yeah. So we can go into the dog store here. I think that's what I'm going to create, is a dog store just for the fun of it. It's got a good lot of categories: apparel, beds, furniture. So it's like 4x4, 16 categories full of products that I could have. And the cool thing is, I'm going to show you how we can target into that, dive into that in the next video. So judging by that, that's pretty cool. Another way that I like to dig into it is I also like to look, if I'm looking for the impulse kind of stuff and passion, I also like to look at magazines. So for example, all categories, I might look to see what people are passionate about. If I want the kind of impulse and passion based ones, I'll look to see what magazines there are. So for example, if I'm going through the categories here, I like to see, okay, what are people looking at? Animals, pets, horses. There's a lot of horse stuff, so very passionate, a lot of dog stuff. So this can also spawn some ideas, because if there's a magazine about it, there's a passionate market behind it, and that can also help you. Reptiles. So you can see there's a lot of different things, cat stir, dog stir. There's lots and lots of things that may give you some ideas. So that's magazines.com. Now, before we actually get to the installing, we also have to make sure you've got a couple of accounts set up with Amazon. One of the things you need is an AWS account, which is Amazon Web Services. And from this, you can actually you get an API key. Okay. That API key allows you to access the Amazon API. So this is part of the setup process. And basically, you need that as well as an affiliate account. So you come over here. First thing to do is sign up for the affiliate program.amazon.com, and you can join now for free. I've already got an account, but when you sign up, they'll ask you a few questions about your site. You are just starting, but the approval process is pretty quick. You just go through it, answer a few questions, boom, you're done. That's it. And you can sign up pretty much anywhere in the world. There's multiple signups. In fact, what I'm going to do below is, no matter where you are in the world, there is quite like if you're in one of the hub countries, there's a local Amazon associate program for you. But one of the things you can do as well, you can sign up for multiple ones across the world, because our system geo-targets your customer. If, say, for example, you're in America and you've got a customer who's in the UK, it will know to switch to the Amazon UK. And you want to make sure that if you've got a customer from the UK, that they're getting paid, or you're getting paid from those UK sales. So you can sign up for multiple accounts below. It takes a little while, but it's well worth it, because that's extra revenue for you in the long run. So you can do that. Then you can sign up here, and for example, you just click on my account, and the actual sign up is right on there. So I'm just going to go to, say, security credentials, or it'll say sign into your console, and they'll say, okay, create or sign in a new account. I've already got one. So you go over here, click security credentials, and it'll ask you to log in with your account. I'm going to log in. Under security credentials, you have to expand out this part that says access keys, and you have to create a new key. Now, you get a key and a secret key. Make a note of them, save them in a text pad somewhere, or in a notepad or text editor somewhere, and save them in a very safe place, because you're going to need those later on. And once you've created it, you cannot get your secret key back, because it's secret. So secret, you can't even retrieve it from Amazon. And you can only have 2 keys active at a time. So right now I'm showing you, I've had to blur out my access key ID. Keep those safe, as I say, and you'll be fine. Now, once you're done with that, there's one last step. We have to now connect your Amazon account, your AWS account, with your associates account, because we have to now activate your API to talk to the products. Now, there's a special link for that, and again, I've included that link below. And what happens is you have to go into what's called their Flex advertising. So you go to this link, and this is the link below. And what happens is it'll ask you to log in. I'm going to log in with one of my demo accounts. This is one I just used for the demonstration here. And it'll say, hey, welcome back. For me, you've already created a product advertising API account. So when you first come through this, it'll ask you to sign in, your account info, and then success. Okay, and then it's connected. So just make sure you go through that process. It'll walk you through it step by step, and then you're good to go. So once you've got those 3 steps done, it's a little complex, but it'll only take you a little bit to do that. That allows you now to have your system talk to Amazon's API key. And like I say, it's just a 3-step process. Signing up for an associate account, signing up for an AWS account if you don't already have one. If you do, no problem. A lot of people use, for example, Amazon S3, Simple Email Service, or any of the other Amazon services. Having an associate account, getting ready to rock there, and then again just connect the 2 using the product advertising API. Once those 3 steps are done, the rest of this is cake. So I will see you in the next video in just a few moments.